Brian Little. little.
Japan.
Ryan Little.
Japan. No! First one? First one? Oh, no! Come on! Come on! You're still alive! You're alive! No! Come here. Eat. You went up and Eric coming in, like everybody. Light them up.
Jack it up.
Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! Shiny! 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 We have to get Merlin. We have to get Merlin. What is it? What is it? What is it? Water orb! I have this! Done. Gabby, go. Whoa! Oh my God!
You know what the stakes are for this.
What? I see for the count?
Our marriage.
Microphone check. Mic check. Check 2 1 2. What you're gonna do when you're recovering from state of play with you bars. Time to pay. We got mics, we got checks. We got mic checks. Checkity check. Hey, what's up, Joe? Miranda, Steffe, Lily, Saying, Lilu, Micah, Gabe, Perez, Amelia. Dancing is what you do. Hey, we got Paper Dragon celebrated 4 months. Patronus Squad. Thank you so much over on Twitch for the love and the support. 4 months in this economy. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Zeke with the yos. Alan is always right. Hey, Mike, long time. Hey, it's Becky celebrated 28 months. Patronus Squad. Fingers crossed for Hogwarts Legacy 2 announcement as oh yeah, at Summer Games Fest. Yep. Let's go. What's up, Gally? Let's go. Ghost steps in the house. I see Callum. It's been a minute, Callum. KP Birdman also holding it down over on Twitch. And of course, Zeno. Hey, what's going on? Nothing much. What's going on with you? What's the matter with you? What's up with you? Stargazer Tim as well. Yeah. Day 2. We had day 1 of Hogwarts Legacy 2 trailer watch yesterday during the live stream for the PlayStation State of Play. A lot of fun. Mixed reactions overall, but a lot of fun hanging with you guys. We had a great turnout. Day 2. Day 1 is over. Day 2 begins Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time, which was what, 1 p.m. Pacific. That's like 9 something, almost 10 something for you guys across the UK. We'll be co-streaming here officially as an official co-streamer for the Summer Game Fest Friday. And day 2 of Hogwarts Legacy 2 trailer watch will begin during that stream. And then we'll be co-streaming the Xbox Showcase Sunday as well. So, no news. I missed the end of the stream yesterday. Yeah, nothing dropped. Wolverine, the God of War looked sick. Yeah. I was not expecting the God of War thing to be that long. Check. Sarah's in the kitchen draining my pasta. Ooh. I am surprised we didn't get any intergalactic show. Bro, I was for sure we were going to get an intergalactic. So, yeah, postmortem. Like, my thoughts in regards to the state of play we'll cover. I will share my thoughts in regards to the state of play, in regards to Hogwarts Legacy not being there. After, this is your boy James over XpectoGO, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy and Wizarding World content. And today we are back, as we are every Wednesday, for our Wizarding Wednesday live stream, where we come together, talk all things Wizarding World, 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. And we got a lot to talk about. We'll be talking about the state of play, reactions, and the Hogwarts Legacy 2 no-show. We'll be talking about this possibility that Hogwarts Legacy 2 and the Harry Potter series could be going in the direction of my boy, which we'll talk about that based off of a new actress announced for the series. Most of you guys already know that one. And then this thing that was brought back up, and I say brought back up, because it was a thing on Reddit, and I've been DM'd it like 8,000 times regarding the Hogwarts Legacy MMO, or the MMO game, online multiplayer RPG game that Avalanche Software is developing. And there was this YouGov survey that dropped. This, I want to say either March or February, around that time, maybe early April. And I have screenshots. I will share it. I will only share it for like 1 second and take it down. I might have it up because I've heard somebody said on Reddit they got their video taken down by WB when they showed it. So I have the screenshot still, but I don't know if I might show it because I'm going to need context. And if they're like, hey, we don't like you guys having this up, I'll just trim the stream down. That's all I'll do. So there's these screenshots that apparently people are getting copyright strikes or whatever over it. And I'll like show it or whatever. I don't know if they aren't, or just making this stuff up. I don't know. But what can I say? We'll talk about the thing. We'll talk about the survey. So yeah. I know I was hoping for Indigalactic as well. Yeah, me too. What's up, Joel? What is good? I was so sad yesterday, hoping Friday's the day. Yeah, we'll be watching Friday to see if we get a trailer Friday for sure. But I think I told everybody at the beginning of the stream, Retro and I were leaning more towards the Summer Game Fest strictly because the state of play seemed too jam-packed. And it didn't seem like, and I mean, say what you want, the God of War and the Wolverine kind of like took over the whole thing outside of like a couple of other games. People were talking about Tomb Raider and stuff. So Hogwarts Legacy being in the thick of that, I don't know. We'll see. But it made sense for Summer Game Fest. But I wanted to be wrong. And I wanted it to show at the state of play, which again we'll talk about more. Join the dark side, Jane. Leak all the No, I'll bring it up. I gotta see if I have it. I have it on my phone. I gotta see if I have it on my computer actually. Because if I don't, then I will email it to myself and bring it up for you guys. But I'll let you guys decide. I'm not even going to like give you, is that it? No, that's not it. I'm not even going to try to direct. This is it. Yeah, this is it. I do have it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to try and direct your opinions. I'll just let you guys see it and we'll see what you think. Hey everyone, what's up, Ryan? Hi all, what's up, White Wolf? So excited, possibly seeing something soon. When is Summer Games Fest? Summer Games Fest is Friday, June 5th. It starts at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, and extrapolate that based off where you're at if you're out of the United States. Let me see, Lyro. Maybe there will be another state of play in September where it will be revealed would be the same time as the first trailer for Hogwarts Legacy. That's a very good point, Lyro. The only difference is this was back when PlayStation was doing showcases where they had like a big thing and they were doing like these in-person events and stuff like that. Like it was the PlayStation Showcase. They stopped doing the PlayStation Showcase for whatever reason. So technically it was a different event, even though Sony ran it or PlayStation ran it. It was a completely different event. So yeah, I'm not that deep into PlayStation though. No, don't worry. Like it makes sense because it can appear at another state of play. It was just the reason a lot of people were talking about this state of play, the reason people were hoping we would see something with this state of play was because this was one of the bigger state of plays or bigger events PlayStation has had in a long time. In regards to runtime of the event, which was like a little over 70 minutes, in regards to booking a theater and having an in-person event at an actual movie theater, the Alamo, and then them announcing it weeks in advance, something they normally rarely do with their state of plays. It felt like the announcement honestly felt like a showcase, the old showcases they used to do, but under the state of play banner. So because of that, on top of everything we covered before surrounding Hogwarts Legacy 2, with the breaking of the news, shout out to Support Crow, of the virtual video capture artist, the announcement of the community manager, a job I had applied for, which we all knew was open, and JB Perrette saying a return to the biggest franchises in 2027, 2028. JB Perrette being the head of WB Games currently, and the connection to the Harry Potter series by HBO that's dropping in 2026. All of those things, it wasn't just the state of play, all of those things informed my anticipation for what we could see at this state of play and possibly even at this upcoming Summer Games Fest Friday. So it wasn't just everybody just saying stuff online and everything like that. We took all the information we've been holding on to and covering and talking about since last year, and all those puzzle pieces kind of led to, hey, this being a great opportunity for WB and for Avalanche Software to drop a Hogwarts Legacy 2 if they're still planning on dropping something between 2027 and 2028, as hinted by JB Perrette, who is the head of WB Games. So it wasn't just a random thing for sure. And of course, Sony's connection with Hogwarts Legacy last year. Thanks for explaining it. Hey, no way. No problem. It's September / Back to Hogwarts Day playable, or are they more likely to show it now? I said this yesterday, Gally. The Back to Hogwarts Day and them saying it's the biggest one yet felt like it was a possibility for sure for a Hogwarts Legacy 2 trailer to drop. It's just them dropping it that early when they normally do the festivities, which is around 5 a.m. my time and like 2 a.m. Pacific, because they always do it around the time the Hogwarts Express departs the station. So like, I just having my marketing mind going, it doesn't make sense for them to drop a trailer that early in the morning for a lot of people, especially when WB is, I would assume, is a American or United States based company. Unless they do their own special showcase on Back to Hogwarts Day, maybe a gaming type event. And that's and that's one thing a lot of people, including myself, often forget to bring up. Avalanche Software can do their own event. They are big enough now. The game, the IP, Hogwarts Legacy, is big enough to have its own event, or at least have its own announcement, where they don't need all the hoopla and everything and to compete with other games during a showcase like a Xbox Showcase Sunday or Summer Games Fest Friday. They are big enough to kind of do their own thing, do their own announcement. They did it with the Summer Update trailer that was the week of Summer Games Fest. What was that, 2024? So they have done stuff by themselves on top of dev diaries and everything like that. So I think that's the wild card for sure. What if, and this is a big if, Hogwarts is shown at the Xbox? I thought about that. The first game being shown at a PlayStation event, PlayStation showcase, mind you, for the first time in 2020, and then the gameplay being showed at State of Play. What if Xbox is privy to them doing it for Hogwarts Legacy too? That would be a crazy reveal. That would be a crazy get by Xbox for sure, and would match their current pillars for the brand, which is you can play anywhere, everywhere with their games, being multi-platform. I think that's less likely than the Back to Hogwarts Day event, but again, I've been wrong. So, but the Hogwarts is not a gaming event. I don't think it's enough for a big game like that. Well, that's Damien. You're exactly right. But they've been at the Back to Hogwarts Day, what, 2022, 2023, and I think maybe even 2024. Maybe not 2024. They've been at the Back to Hogwarts Day events, so it's not outside the realm of possibility. Well, hello there. What's up, FPS Phantom, aka Obi-Wan Kenobi? So it's not outside the realm of possibility. I'm still holding on to these are the landing spots where I will be keeping an eye out for. These are the landing spots I will be keeping an eye out for. The first one was yesterday, the Sony State of Play. The second one, day 2, will be the Summer Games Fest Friday. We will be co-streaming, so make sure you subscribe and follow over on Twitch so you guys can join us and get your hopes up, possibly. And then Gamescom, which is August 26th. That's the third landing spot. Obviously, Back to Hogwarts Day, which is September 1st. And then the Game Awards, which is December 10th of this year. If my prophecy of us getting a trailer in 2026 for Hogwarts Legacy 2 is to come to fruition, then those have been the 5 top landing spots. Wild cards are definitely random other State of Plays. Avalanche Software doing their own event, and X whatever. So is it Xbox Showcase Sunday? It is Showcase. Their Xbox Showcase is Sunday. I will also be co-streaming that. To me personally, I'm a PlayStation guy, but Xbox has had the best showcase of the summer for the past 3 summers, 2 at least, in my opinion. Xbox has been killing it. Outside of that horrible Black Ops 7 or whatever thing they revealed, that was horrible at the end, but Clockwork Revolution and even the Outer Worlds 2 special event and even the Xbox Direct stuff I've been loving. So I'm an RPG guy, JRPG mostly, but I appreciate RPGs. I was a little disappointed with the State of Play, but the God of War announcements was cool. Yeah, overall for the State of Play, personally, I was like mid. I had it like at a C. I think it was fine. Because the middle stuff outside of Tomb Raider, and I'm going to acknowledge I set myself up for big expectations, not just for Hogwarts Legacy 2. I wasn't expecting that much with Hogwarts Legacy 2. Again, Retro and I had said Summer Games Fest feels like a better landing spot than State of Play. But for this to be the things I referenced earlier, the biggest one they've had in a long time, in-person event at theaters, at the Alamo Theater, and announcing it weeks before, I thought we would get more reveals. A lot of the games they showcased were stuff that we already knew about. Outside of like the LaFay, God of War LaFay, and some of the other games that I'm not even going to try to remember. A lot of those games we already knew about. And so I was hoping to see a reveal or a first look at gameplay. We knew about Wolverine, but this was our first look at actual gameplay of the game. So that kind of set the bar. So we know about Intergalactic Heretic Prophet, but it would have been nice if we got some gameplay. We know about Final Fantasy VII, the third remake game coming out. But it would be nice to see an announcement for it, because we still don't have an announcement. We know they're working on it, but we don't have an announcement. I can go on and on, you know. And so it just didn't hit as hard as I expected. And that's expectations. That's partially my fault, but that's also partially me understanding the difference in this state of play compared to the other ones in regards to just marketing. So I just thought we were going to get more. I thought we were going to get something big. And those two big bookends with Wolverine and God of War were amazing. At the end of the day, that killed it. But it just wasn't as big as I thought it would be. That's all. And a lot of people loved it. A lot of people geeking over it. Just overall, people love the horror stuff elements with Silent Hill and with the was it Dead by Daylight or whatever it's called, and some of even the other games. Again, I mentioned Tomb Raider. I'll throw that up there. Rayman being up there as well. That was a pleasant surprise, especially if you like platformers. Platformers normally aren't my cup of tea, but that was a pleasant surprise. Definitely young James got giddy a little bit watching that for sure. But again, it felt like a normal state of play in my opinion. Final Fantasy would have been so cool. I know. I would like an announcement for Kingdom Hearts 4. I know we all been waiting for that one. Yeah, how do you pronounce it? Loa Fei? Lao Fei? Will Hogwarts Legacy set in the 1890s or Harry Potter timeline? Who's asking that? Because that's another question I've been getting. I want to make sure. Okay. Baker. Rihanna. I'm just going to say Baker. Great question. It would be set in the 1890s. You can, and somebody can clip this and say, oh, this just comes off as a trust me bro type comment. That's literally what I'm telling you. But I have been able to communicate with people at Avalanche before. I've seen responses to this theory in regards to Hogwarts Legacy 2 taking place in the 1990s instead of the 1890s. And so I will just say, trust me, bro. It's the 1890s. It's the 1890s, not the 1990s. That's all I'll say. Just trust me, bro. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Game development changes. Things can change. But having talked to cats like Alan 2, game director, Boston, Morris Squire, obviously Chandler Wood, so many other people, they said story-wise they've left things in the game where they see it continuing in the sequel. And so them continuing those things they left in the first game doesn't make sense in the 1990s. It makes more sense in the 1890s. Mind you, playing devil's advocate, WB coming and saying they want to connect both the Harry Potter series and the Hogwarts Legacy sequel narratively could put a damper in that. I'll play devil's advocate for that. But their pillars being Avalanche Software and Hogwarts Legacy, has and will always be for Hogwarts Legacy, this being about you. This being about your character, living the unwritten. That was solidified and stamped when I got to interview Chandler Wood, our previous community manager. And so it's hard for me, knowing what little I know about Avalanche Software, to uproot all of that because WB wants to connect narratively. When There's ways for them to keep their pillars of this game being about your character and ancient magic, and giving what WB wants with the 2 Harry Potter series and Hogwarts Legacy sequel connecting narratively. There's ways for them to do it both. I've gone over it numerous times in shorts and videos, and they're better writers than I am. So I'm sure they'll find a way to do it. So again, the 1990s rumor and us being in the timeline of Harry Potter and all these things are only based off a quote from WB and not based off of anything lore-wise Hogwarts Legacy, Avalanche Software, and the writers there could bring to the table connecting the two. That's all. Anything is possible with a time turner. I have a theory with the time turner. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a guilty suggestion for the time turner. I have a huge suggestion for the time turner. Because I was thinking about... we'll talk about that. Remind me later to talk about my time turner theory. Remind me later to talk about the time turner theory. Kindly tap the like. Hey, yes. If you're over on YouTube, smash the like button. Can we get 100 likes? We'll get to see me do a pirouette and lose my mind. Hello, first time chatter. Jared over on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Happy Wizarding Wednesday. Please share your Hogwarts house and Patronus as we ask all the new followers over on Twitch and new subscribers over on YouTube to share your Hogwarts house and Patronus for sure. I vote no time turners are involved in these games. I think, you know what? Do you want me to say it now? Now I want to know, Jace. Do you guys want me to say it now? Do you guys want me to talk about my time turner thing now? And then we'll get into, because I'll show you right now. That way I'm not like holding you guys. There's this thing. We'll talk about my Morgana thing that I think they might have confirmed. And this MMO thing. I'll just do a quick shot. Boom. This is the YouGov survey that people are like losing their mind on Reddit over. Now, Department of Mystery is going to be perfectly for the time turner. Yeah. I mean, that's where it's based off of. That's where it's based off of. Yes, please. I agree. Cloud-wise, unless. I agree, Cloud, unless it's used for funny shenanigans. Yeah, don't get it twisted. I'm not like saying time turner. Ravenclaw and Fox as a Patronus. Awesome, Jared. We need more Ravenclaw's representation for sure. Morgana, Ryan, yeah. The Morgana theory is based off of this post. Again, I'll show you guys before we get into it. That way I'm not like, what is it? The lead, whatever it's called. So yeah. Hey, Melissa, good morning. Possible Hogwarts Legacy 2 revealed soon. Friday, we'll be looking out. Someone steals a time turner so the cursed child never happened. Who said that? One of us. You got some Ravenclaw love over on YouTube, Jared. So welcome. Oh, and Gally, I didn't know you were Ravenclaw as well. Yeah, everywhere. Bearing the lead. Thank you, Tim. I didn't want to bury the lead. So again, these are the two things we're going to talk about. This casting and Morgana being cast in the Harry Potter TV series, which we all know WB wants to connect to the sequel. So we're going to talk about that. Isadora. And then we're going to talk about this YouGov survey for the Master League multiplayer online role-playing Harry Potter game that we know Avalanche Software is working on. So, God, how much I love Morgana in any game or medium. I didn't know that, Lyra. I didn't know that. We're everywhere except in the cafe. Yeah, so sorry. Okay, so time turners. So basically, we know Professor Hecat. You guys remember Professor Hecat, Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, also a Ravenclaw. If you go back and keep talking to her regards to just casual conversations. She reveals she's younger than she looks, and she's had a run-in with time. Now, this is big because we also know she's also revealed to us that she was an unspeakable. She worked in the Department of Mysteries, and an unspeakable is a person who works within the Department of Mysteries who can't talk about what they worked on. Like, she just can't. But anyway, that's like a general thing. I'm sure there's a more specific definition of an unspeakable. Anyway, 1890 is also around the time frame where the big incident happened, where somebody went way back in time and caused a ruckus. Like, it was bad. It was bad. So, knowing all this is all lore. Just look it up. Time Turner incident in the 1890. I think it was like 1898 or whatever. Anyway, Time Turner's in the sequel, or even in the third game, I think should be a part of our tools inventory. And they can use it like the Sands of Time, Prince of Persia, or even like a game I've been playing recently, Forza Horizon, where you can rewind only for a certain period of time. Right? You can, and I think this would be clutch. And obviously, role-playing situations where you're having conversations and maybe you don't like how you answered, use the time turner, go back, and then answer a question differently, right? Or you can just do the save file thing like people have been doing back in the day. But combat-wise, I love the idea of our character or somebody, or our character, whether in the sequel or in the third game, being able to use the time turner like the Prince of Persia, where you're doing combat and maybe you're running out of whatever the timer for AK. You go back in time so you can use AK again or something like that. And I think mixing the time turner also with ancient magic would be insane to see, and narratively would be a lot of fun for Avalanche Software to play with, narratively and within gameplay mechanics. A Merlin trial, Merlin puzzles, a game trial, just playing around with the time turner mechanic. Now, there's always going to be a balance. You can't spam it like crazy, obviously, because there's other stuff you need to apply it to. And I think they should make it hard for you to collect whatever you need to collect to get that charge up for the time turner for whatever reason, right? Maybe it takes a long time for it to get back. So, because we know there's a sand glass of sand, whatever it's called, in the middle of the time turner. And so you got to flick it how many times, I think it's like how many hours it goes back or whatever, stuff like that. But anyway, I think there should be like, it should take a long time for you to be able to use it. And I think it should be hard for you to be able to use it. But I think you should be able to use it casually nonetheless. And I think that would be an amazing mechanic, an amazing perk, and something you can play around with narratively, story-wise, especially if they give us morality. Bro, I didn't like my answer. Maybe I want to go dark with my answer. I didn't like my answer. Maybe I want to go light with my answer. I think there's a lot of fun, and you could do a lot of things with that type of mechanic. And it's something I thought about playing Forza Horizon, because you hit Y and you can rewind back to a point. Let's say you missed a checkpoint in racing. You can rewind back and then correct what you messed up with, if that makes sense. I'm a Gryffindor. Patronus is St. Bernard, says Colin. Love it. James, I need you joining Avalanche. You got so many ideas. Bro, this is what we do. Yeah, an hourglass. Thank you. Hourglass. Time turner might be as big as a grandfather clock to carry on the OS. Not necessarily. Let me look on Potter. I think it's on Pottermore. Well, it's not Pottermore anymore. It's Harry Potter. Time turners, Harry Potter. because there's a bunch of blogs. Yes, there's been iterations, obviously. But where is... I hate how they did the website now. Time Turner. Just give me the Pottermore articles. Hey, originally published on Pottermore August 10th, 2015. It usually came with pictures, though. It usually had the pictures. Time Turner quiz, cross puzzle. Department of Mysteries. Maybe it's that one. Nope. Anyway, I'll read this one. Spider-Man and Muggles. According to Professor Saul Cracker, who has spent time in his career in Department of Mystery studying time magic. As our investigations currently stand, the longest period that may be relived without the possibility of serious harm to the traveler or time itself is around 5 hours. I'm not asking you to go back 5 hours. I'm just asking you to go back a couple of seconds, especially in combat. Anyway, we have been able to encase single-hour reversal charms, which are unstable and benefit from containment in small enchanted hourglass, blah, blah, blah. All attempts, few hours. Okay. Catastrophic. Here we go. So this is the thing I was telling you about, because I think this happens in the 1899. I was close. I said 1888. 1898, I'm sorry. All attempts to travel back further than a few hours have resulted in catastrophic harm to the witch or wizard involved. It was not realized for many years why time travelers over great distances never survived their journeys. All such experiments have been abandoned since 1899. So they were still playing around with time during our timeline, during the Hogwarts Legacy timeline. And so I, as a person who believes the Department of Mysteries, or at least the Ministry of Magic, should and could play a pivotal role in the sequel and the future, any other future games, I think the Department of Mysteries makes sense, and thus time and time turners and all these other things, especially with ancient magic being a possibility of something that is studied at the Department of Mysteries as well. So please let us visit the history of magic. Yeah. Hey, Samantha, what did you miss? I'm already on my theory train very early in the stream, so you haven't missed much. We're starting the Merlin stuff again. Undead Joe, no Merlin stuff yet. Not yet. That's interesting. It's a single-hour reverse charm contained in the hourglass. So it's a spell we could learn. A spell that could also be altered with ancient magic in some way, shape, or form as well. Time Turner would probably involve Professor Hecat, given her experience using one. I agree. Since she's the only one that we know of that has a connection to the Department of Mysteries. So, yeah, it's a spell. And so what would that look like? Especially seeing Clockwork Revolution as well. That trailer, which, gosh, bro. I lost my mind on that one. Clockwork Revolution. Yeah, this was last year. Because time is like a big thing. So, so you see him used here. Like he just shot him, right? He just shot him. Wait, hold on. I cannot wait for this game. I hope we get more information and release date Sunday. So he just shot him, right? And then he uses the thing on his hand right here is a time mechanic. And then look what he does. He like pulls out the bullets or something, right? Like and then there's like a lot of stuff that happens here with the time. Like gosh, I cannot wait for this game. Clockwork Revolution is like my most anticipated game next to Hogwarts Legacy 2. I'm excited for Fable 2 and everything as well, but I like, what is it? This part. Wait, hold on. Change the past. Okay, so you saw like this rubble. You saw this rubble happen. and then he like puts it back together and uses it as cover. He takes this rubble and that was broken. I don't know when it was broken, but turns it and uses it as cover. And then like, there's so much stuff you can do, man. Especially with playing with time. You have to be careful with it, obviously. But like he's doing the same thing here. He even turns this dude like back, like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Lurking while cooking. Merlin loved the deep dive rolling. Hey, Steph, hey, what you making? So yeah. I just think time turners wise, because somebody brought it up, I think there's a way to do that. So that's my pitch to Avalanche Software and WB. Let me know. Repair. Yeah. You can do a lot. You can do a lot, bro. You can do a lot. So anyway, let's get into first bit of news regarding, you guys want to talk about the Morgana thing? Save that for the end and cover this thing that was on Reddit. I think somebody posted in Discord about the Hogwarts or the MMO, the Harry Potter MMO. You guys want to talk about the MMO first? And this YouGov thing that WB might have me take down? Or... Tarnish, I just saw your DM. Oh, see, Chamber of Secrets mod? Okay, never mind. Anyway. What could possibly go wrong with time travel, Chris? I'll say Morgana later. Yeah, because that'll run over. Let's do the MMO. And then we'll do the Morgana thing. Let's do the MMO. All right. Let me find the post. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get into, like we normally do this time. Let's get into the latest. Pause the music. Let's get into the latest and greatest. It's your boy James.
And I'm Sue.
And we are XpectoGO. Bring you guys the latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest. The latest and greatest.
Ryan Little.
All right, microphone check. Microphone checkity check. Check 2 1 2. We're back. We're back. All right. Thank you guys for being here. All right. Okay. Y'all might want to screenshot this because this could be taken down. And I can't send all of you guys the screenshots. All right. What I have. All right. So this might get taken down by WB, or at least this segment I'll cut out if WB is like, we don't want this up. Okay. So I'm just, fair warning. Spill the beans, Jay. Fair warning. I don't know how WB will move because this is based off of what somebody else said. So just give you the heads up. All right. Okay. So this comes from somebody posted in our Discord. Check it out. This Reddit article. And the question was, is this real? Is what this person is saying is real? So let me see. Where is it? This one. Okay. Hey, Shooter Boomer for the follow over on Twitch. Thank you so much. Happy Wizarding Wednesday. Be sure to share your Hogwarts house in Patronus with the chat. Anyway, this was yesterday, a day ago. I've been somewhat reluctant to post about it. It was taken down by WB with a copyright strike only, an hour or two after it was posted here originally. And they're most likely going to announce it soon. And I don't want to ruin the surprise for everyone. But most people won't see this, and we're all fans here, so why not? I'll preface it by saying this is totally all just speculation. Please remember that. And any similarities to whatever WB Games Avalanche Software, not Avalanche Software, are working on are 100% absolutely coincidental. I was not the person who received the survey. I signed no NDAs or anything of that sort. I am just a random person, blah, 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 blah. All right. So he has this like all redacted and stuff. All right. What he has redacted is this. A survey from YouGov. I don't even know where I got it. I was DM'd this like 8,000, like so many times. Instagram mostly. Follow me on Instagram if you guys aren't. But it says, please review the concept description of what a massively multiplayer online roleplay game, MMORPG, based on the Harry Potter franchise game would entail. Now, somebody could automatically just put YouGov at the top and just say, hey, I got this survey. And they could not have gotten it. Somebody could have just written this down. So I'm throwing this out right now. But if what this guy says is true in regards to this being taken down, then it could be a possibility. Because if it's fake, WB normally doesn't care about it. I.e., all the fake news that is going on on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. So, I mean, we got people saying we're going to fly to Ford Angular in the sequel. And WB hasn't copyright strike anybody. So, again, playing devil's advocate, playing both sides. I'm just throwing this out there. But anyway, I've talked about it numerous times. Avalanche Software is working on not only the Hogwarts Legacy sequel, but also a online multiplayer RPG. I think that's it. Joe, let me know if I'm like saying this incorrectly or not. Me and Joe have been talking about it behind the scenes for the longest time. Both Joe and I are trying to get we're trying to get an Avalanche in some way, shape, or form. Joe is still working on that. So send lumos to Joe. But anyway, we've been following the hires. I've done 3 videos this year about it. So anyway, this right here matches that game. That is still very early in development. All right. Moving forward. Yeah, online multiplayer RPG. Okay, thank you. So it says, welcome to Solitude, a fully realized, real-time living and breathing wizarding world. You and other players bring the world to life and shape it together. In this third-person online RPG, you and your friends live out the fantasy of attending Hogwarts together. Create your witch or wizard, get sorted to your house, attend classes, master spells through study and adventures, and grow more capable through exploration and solving puzzles. Travel to iconic locations, Hogsmeade, Diagon Alley, Ministry of Magic, blah, 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 including new corners of the magical world never seen before. And they're talking about crafting potions, living in a dormitory, and face rare but dangerous magical threats that make every battle feel significant. This feels like an MMO. Anyway, the world evolves alongside you. So, again, I'll pause here. We don't know if this is official. We don't know if somebody just made this. But according to this person, and again, we don't know if that person's lying. When they posted this, they got copyright strike. Anyway, moving on. The world evolves alongside you. School terms begin and end as expected. Seasons change. Holidays come up. Sweeping 7-year story unfolds in real time with 7 years, by the way. 7-year story. Like Hogwarts Mystery a little bit. With new discoveries, locations, challenges, blah, blah, blah. Responds to unfolding events when Harry Potter suddenly goes missing and an ancient wizard from the dawn of civilization disrupts the very foundations of magic. The magical world is thrown into uncertainty. Strange phenomena begin to ripple through magical society. As students at Hogwarts, you are part of a generation coming of age at a pivotal moment in history, banding together with classmates alongside legendary heroes of the Second Wizarding War. So this is the Harry Potter timeline. Ron, Hermione uncover a global conspiracy that spans millennia and threaten to upset the future of magic itself. In quote-unquote solitude, you and adventures are part of the story, and the future of the Wizarding World will be shaped by the community that inhabits it. In the start of the game, you create 1 to 4 characters, blah, blah, blah. They even have current-gen consoles and PC for $70. So this is a survey. So then it goes, based on the above concept description, how interested would you be in playing this game if it was released on PC and console? So this is what I have from that. And then let me make sure. And then there's some random concept art that looks strictly from, I don't know why there's like a mobile, or at least it's looked like mobile, but this looks like Hogwarts Legacy. So, thoughts. Thoughts. The only thing giving me pause is sweeping 7-year story unfolds in real time. Yeah, I know. Why would a survey go so much in depth like about upcoming title? Now, I can say I've seen other surveys before from WB. Not as descriptive as that, but pretty lengthy. At least a paragraph. At least 5-6 sentences. Yeah, those images are kind of sus. That looks like an online mod for Hogwarts Legacy. Not really convinced. It's also interesting that it's a copy sticker, though. Yeah, I think an MMO... Yeah, that's a good point. MMORPG could be a cool idea, but they need to sell it right by making the story locked behind microtransactions, no matter how cool a game is, if you can't progress without spending money. The excitement dies out and people will drop the game. That's a good point, Moon Lily. I don't think I like this. Go find Harry Potter. Yeah, can't agree more. Not interested if they are changing the Harry Potter storyline. See, Wizards Unite added upon that story. Hogwarts Mystery was before. Hogwarts Mystery was before, right? Like a couple of years before everything. Images look suspicious. So this would be the first one that kind of changes the story timeline. That takes place during that timeline. Even Magic Awakened is what, after the books. So all the games do not touch the timeline, the Harry Potter timeline. Hey, Prestos, what's good? Side hubs, hey, what's good, Christian? So, I'm trying to think. Okay, let's go off of this first. I would not be surprised if this was real. Right now, I'm going off of this possibly being fake. But I would not be surprised if this was real. That's one. So pertaining just to the survey overall, the pictures don't make sense on the survey either. So I'm going with, I don't know if this is true. I'm like under 30% on this being legit. Just the survey in general, all right? Second, the premise of the story. I'm sorry. I know all of us wants to do the classroom stuff and everything. I think we could have that without having to deal with Harry, Hermione, and Ron. I think, just like you guys have stated, stay away from the Harry Potter timeline. Stay away. That is my opinion. But I can see why this would be appealing to the casuals because of the new TV series, especially if Harry, Hermione, and Ron are designed based off of the new TV series. So we got the new Ron instead of the Rupert Grint Ron. We got the new Harry instead of the Daniel Radcliffe Harry, and we got the new Hermione instead of the Emma Watson Hermione. So this kind of makes sense if that's the case. I'd gladly now. Stylistically, from a gameplay, I love an MMO. Sign me up. Sign me up. I used to play Final Fantasy XIV online. I used to play World of Warcraft a lot. I love role-playing games. I like working towards something. I like upgrading stuff. I like the open world and interacting and all these things. So, especially being able to play with you guys. Can you imagine a Wizarding Wednesday where there's an MMO and all of us are playing together? Not just news and theories. Where we're playing, dedicated time to play. Like we started with a Wizarding Wednesday for Wizards Unite. That would be amazing. So the concept of just an MMO online massive multiplayer game is so appealing to me. It's so appealing. And it makes a lot of sense within the Wizarding world anyway. So those are my main thoughts. Love the idea of this type of game, which is why I'm excited about the MMO, or at least online multiplayer RPG that is confirmed in development at Avalanche Software. Don't like the premise at all, narratively, based off of this survey. Don't know if I believe this survey to be true in the first place. Playing devil's advocate, it could be true, especially if what the guy said on Reddit got taken down by WB, whatever. So, same James, yeah. My partner loved Final Fantasy 14, but couldn't keep playing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you stop, it's hard to get back into it. Love a girl while playtime. Did it say that Harry had gone missing around the time at Hogwarts, or could be after? Why would we be... Wait, that's a good point, actually. Are they older? Let me go back. Watch me have to cut this entire segment. Solitude, blah, blah, blah. When Harry suddenly goes missing. Ancient wizard, strange phenomena begin to ripple through magical society. Why would we as students be looking for Harry, though? Well, I mean, that's like literally every YA genre story. So, because you're a part of a generation coming of age at a pivotal moment in history, banding together with classmates alongside legendary heroes of the Second Wizarding War. So we're alongside. When I read Second Wizarding War, I thought it was during, but alongside heroes. So this might be after. This might be after then. Global conspiracy that spans millennia and threatens to upset the future of Magic itself. So this is exactly like Magic Awakened in Wizards Unite. In Solitude, your adventures are part of the story. Future Wizarding world is shaped by community and habits, blah, blah, blah. You can create 4 characters, 1 per house, allowing you to explore different identities, playstyles across Hogwarts. If playing just 1 character is your desire, then the game will fully support you. So this looks to be after then. Interesting. I still don't like the premise. Harry goes missing, and a 7-year story unfolds in real time. That's weird for an MMO. I know they have real-time events. So what happens after the 7 years? Do we get like a new DLC? Yeah, why did it name Solitude? I don't know. I agree, James. The Hogwarts Sims doesn't need Harry Potter. Yeah. Why not just give us a Sims if you're trying to do the whole classes thing anyway? That's a nice theory. Maybe we are his children. That would be cute. Well, they say you can create your own character, so maybe we're helping his children find Harry. But again, what are we bringing to the table as students? Because it says 7 years. Is Harry missing our first year as a student? Because I was like, let's be honest. What damage are we doing as a first year? So yeah, I don't think the story appealed to many people because it drifting away from the main canon version. The surveys playing devil's advocate. It feels like it. Missed opportunity. Personally would have created a game that is directly right after the Battle of Hogwarts. Students before have to deal with a new ever-changing Hogwarts with Hermione because she stayed. I mean, there's no missed opportunity when it comes to this. We don't know if this is real or not. We don't know if this is true or not. So who knows? They could be doing something along those lines, Lauren, that you were pitching. Ooh, would this game pull in Cursed Child then? What? How far into Cursed Child? How far after was the Cursed Child? I can't remember. How long after the books does Cursed Child take place? 19 years, almost 20 years. According to AI overview. 20 years. 19. Micah, you're right. 19 years. This seems like it might be before Cursed Child. This could be before. But I don't know. But what's funny is a lot of people's reactions. Again, this was a day ago yesterday. Wow, it sounds awful. It's a huge way to antagonize the Hogwarts Legacy fan base that actually liked the game. So the person who posted this was connecting this storyline to Hogwarts Legacy. So he thinks this is them changing it. I mean, even disregarding everything, rando player character helps Ron and Hermione, looks for Harry who mysteriously disappeared. Just sounds like a pardon the language plot. So person asking for the DM for the screenshots. Sounds fun. The time is okay, I guess. Not Harry's time at Hogwarts at least. I don't mind MMO type stuff. So he's talking about the gameplay wise. It sounds awful, turning a single player experience in. So a lot of people are thinking this is turning Hogwarts Legacy into this type of game. Not knowing, I don't know why people don't know more about the MMO. Like, it pisses me off. Avalanche and WB announced it. Well, they announced they were hiring. They didn't announce they were working on the MMO. It sounds absolutely awful. So, not a lot of people, like the idea for sure. But it seems the caveat being if it changes the story of Hogwarts Legacy. No, this is a horrible idea, says Zeno. The main series ends in 1998. Cursed Child starts in 2017. The events in Wizards Unite is 2019, I believe. After the Cursed Child, so. It's the dumbest fic I ever read. Great stage play. Story-wise, I don't like it. I'm wondering if the survey is something that was used to fish for player input and not necessarily something they are considering implementing. I thought about that too, Moon Lily. I thought about that too. My thing is, why not highlight gameplay and not so much story? Like maybe just have a timeline wise for the story and talk more about the gameplay loop you could run into. Because for MMOs, that's the biggest thing. That gameplay loop, how you'll be leveling up, how you'll be progressing, raids and all these other things, you know. Like, why not focus more on that than the overall story? Outside of maybe trying to appeal to a general Harry Potter or a non-gaming Harry Potter fan. Why not just focus on the gameplay stuff? Hey Diana, happy Whizzing Wednesday. What is an MMO? Massive multiplayer online. It's just a huge online game where you can have upwards of tens of hundreds of players all playing together. So World of Warcraft is like the biggest example, prime example. Skyrim online, Elder Scrolls online, obviously Final Fantasy 14 online. There's a bunch of stuff. But anyway, Avalanche Software is working on an MMO, or at least an online multiplayer RPG, alongside working on the Hogwarts Legacy sequel. And so there was a survey that dropped that was referencing that game, at least in the MMO type way. I actually really liked Cursed Child as a play. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, as a stage show. Yep. It's an amazing stage show. Seen it 3 times in NYC, seeing the traveling show closer to home this weekend. Yeah, I totally agree, Micah. As a story narrative, it doesn't hold up. I still worry about WB servers infrastructure for the MMO because they haven't invested into that structure. Well, they're going to, because they're working on an MMO right now. Not a fan of an MMO, says Samantha. Massive multiplayer online game. Are they changing the timeline in Hogwarts Legacy 2 or what? No, they're not. Just take my word, bro. That's all I'll say. They're not. They're not. They're not. And you know what? I'll use this. I think I used it during a Whizzing Wednesday live stream. I'll use this. So when people ask, I will use this. Where is it? Hold on, give me a second. I have proof that on top of stuff. Okay. If I go this way, so I can go the other way. Okay. Shout out, I forgot who it was. So this is Jason Anthony. Got to interview him back in 2024. The voice of so many of your favorite characters in Hogwarts Legacy. A Sorting Hat, Professor Binns, Rookwood, the groundskeeper, I forgot his name. So many characters. Was he Lodgok? Maybe even? I can't remember. But anyway, during a live stream on TikTok, Jason was asked, what time frame or year is Hogwarts Legacy 2 based in? 1890. Will it still be about the current MC or something else? So he says 1890. Will it still be about the current MC or something else? And Tawny and Luke, thank you for the tag. So you tell me, is there a new Hogwarts Legacy in the making? Jason Anthony's like thumbs up. What time? So again, Jason Anthony, voice of Hogwarts Legacy, who I assume is coming back, says it's still in 1890. So, and this was in November of 2025. So, just over 6 months ago. So, I will bring up this picture because I've been asked 3 times during the stream if the game is based, the sequel, Hogwarts Legacy sequel, is based in the 1890s. And yes, it is. That's all I'll say. Remember Justice League as a reference. Yeah. No worries. I know a lot of people were worried about that. James has receipts. I try to bring receipts and not just throw out stuff out there. And if I am just going to throw stuff out there like I will with Morgana thing, you guys will know it's speculation based off theories and information, with me connecting the dots and everything like that. But that's the biggest question. Like, that's the most requested question I've had in regards to the game. Release date. Is it set in the 1890s? Or when we'll get a trailer? Or is it still set in the 1890s? So, it's, gosh, man. Avalanche Software, please say something soon. Please say something soon. These freaking rumors and stuff is going crazy. And if you guys want these screenshots, because I know some of you guys are talking to people. I know some of you guys live online. I know some of you guys interact with other people online. If you guys want some of these screenshots, feel free to screen grab the stream with whether it's information about the YouGov survey with the MMO or whether it's information about the sequel being in the 1890s. I'm a plethora of tools and information for you. So use me. Feel free to clip. I'll go into battle for you. Hey, I heard XpectoGO said this in regards to your question about us flying the Ford Angler in the sequel. Also, was the Ford Angler even invented in the 1890s? Like, I swear people are dumb, bro. I swear people are just dumb. Anyway, I'm sorry. I had to get that out there. So yeah, use me. I heard this from XpectoGO. If people start arguing with you, based off the clip you used or the screenshot you got from a stream or whatever, at me. I'll go in there, fight your battles for you guys. I'm always even keeled. I'm always even keeled when I'm typing stuff. Videos, sometimes it's frustration. Sometimes it's emotion to get out. A little bit. But we love to theorize. I'm tired of the rumors, honestly. I've seen so many videos, especially on TikTok. TikTok is bad. TikTok and Instagram is so bad. It's so bad. It's not as bad on YouTube. Honestly, their best bet for the MMOs to set it during the First Wizarding War. Yeah. After Hogwarts Legacy, before Harry Potter. Yeah, I would agree. Lestat. I just direct everyone to XpectoGO channel. There you go. Hopefully no more Merlin trials. I hope we learned something from online games, Harry Potter Wizards Unite and Harry Potter Magic Awakened. We'll see. Avalanche Software is doing it, so they seem like the good people who could learn something from that. A 1964 Ford Angler was available in 1890. Yeah. That is what. What's so crazy is these game journalists are picking up these tweets and posting about it. The same tweet said, and I quote, you'll be able to seamlessly travel between London, and the Scottish Highlands and Hogwarts. Hey! Any Orbit. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. But anyway, I'll find the post. No, you know what? I'm not even going to give them the time of day. But the post is basically them saying we'll be able to travel in the Ford Angler. That was it. That was created in 1964. And we'll be able to travel seamlessly through London, through the Scottish Highlands, and popular Wizarding World locations. Emphasizing seamless transitions and flying through using the Ford Angler. Those two I'll focus on in regards to me debunking it. The Ford Angler was invented in 1964. So if we're using the timeline from Hogwarts Legacy, it does not make sense. Unless we're doing the time turner thing, which you talked about earlier. Second, when it comes to the seamless transition between London to Hogsmeade to the Scottish Highlands, We already have that in Hogwarts Legacy. I can go from Hogwarts to the outside of Hogwarts to Hogsmeade to any of the other locations. We already have that. And the game is almost 3.5 years old. We already had that. Unless you were playing on a Switch, which had loading screens, or PC, which had loading screens sometimes. But we already have that. I swear people just see something and they're like, ooh, I like that. That's shiny. And I'm going to repost it. People are dumb, bro. So anyway. Yeah. Use me. Use me. I am here for you guys. I will celebrate or be in disappointment this Friday as we do the Hogwarts Legacy 2 watch during the Summer Games Fest. Just like we were yesterday. I was excited and then disappointed we didn't get it. We will be going during this roller coaster until we get the first trailer. And your boy over at XpectoGO will be your conductor and has been your conductor on this express ride ever since the first game was announced. And it will not stop. So use me. Use my videos. Use my live streams. DM me, at me if you have questions. Please do not listen to these fools online. Especially people who are retweeting and quoting and even responding to this stuff saying, I hope we get this. I hope we get this. Use me, please. Okay? Outside official sources, I'm pretty reliable. I'll call a spade on my own self if I need to. So, that's all I'll say. Anyway. First time chatter over on Twitch. Would it make it more like Palia, like the Dreamlight Valley? For the MMO, I think that's a possibility for sure. I think so, for sure. That's a great reference call. Welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy 2 Express, guys. Have your tickets ready. Tickets, everybody. All right, let's get into the Morgana thing right quick, and we'll get out of here. I got 20 minutes because today's our anniversary, by the way. We're not celebrating until next week, but we'll get some food and stuff, hang out. So, 15 years, Sue and I, married. My best friend, putting up with each other. I remember those red flags, yeah. Can we add that to the quotes? Do not listen to the fools online. I'll make a shirt. I'll wear it. Hogwarts Express, instead of this saying Hogsmeade, this says Hogsmeade. I'll say, don't listen to the fools online. Watch XpectoGO. Oh my gosh, bro. The fact that, though, like, so many people are, like, picking up some of the stuff I'm throwing out there in regards to information or details. We had journalists picking up a lot of the information I had. I did a short talking about that. Luke Stevens, who's one of the bigger gaming content creators on YouTube, quotes me all the time when talking about Hogwarts Legacy 2. So it's pretty cool seeing what you, as the fans in the community, already know about our channel being seen outside of our little bubble. So yeah. WB will just ask Grok for the answer. Oh, thank you guys for the happy anniversary stuff, by the way. Thank you. A t-shirt would be a great success, believe. Honestly, that's not a bad call because it applied to a lot of other things outside of the Wizarding world. So that's actually, you're right, Nagara. You're right. Amazing. Happy anniversary, James, you and Sue. I love a shirt with that quote. I'll make it. I'll talk to my guys. Wait, can I buy that shirt? I'd so buy it. Where? Bro, what? All right. Let me write that down. T-shirt idea. Millions will make millions. I need help coming up with the design for it, because it's got to be Wizarding World. It's got to be Wizarding World adjacent in some way, shape, or form. Or it could just be a blanket statement and it applies to any and everything. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, I just wrote it down. All right, so let's talk about the Morgana thing right quick. This announcement that came out of nowhere in regards to the TV show. Oh, sorry. In regards to the TV show. So we'll talk about that after a word from our sponsor, and we'll get out of here. Also, what's our like counter looking like? Let me know on the other. This is my song. Let me know on the other side. This is the Vader 5S from FlyDigi, the sponsor of today's video. The Vader 5S is FlyDigi's wired gaming controller designed and licensed for Xbox. Compatible for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and of course, PC. Offering the patent comfort, premium quality, and even customization that is expected with an Xbox and FlyDigi controller. Plus, now with a free Xbox Game Pass Ultimate trial for new members, a $23 value alone. And I haven't even mentioned the fully stocked features and settings like customizable RGB light strips with LED modes, clutch, force flex structure, and Hall effect sensors, keeping your aim, movement, and even sticks perfectly accurate, clutch, force switch Hall effect triggers, offering linear and micro switch modes for full range or rapid fire trigger controls, clutch. 6 remappable extra buttons to fit any game style, plus mechanical ABXY buttons with crisp and clicky presses, clutch. And you get all these features and the free Game Pass Ultimate trial for just under $60. Having tried the FlyDigi Vader 5S wired controller for a couple of days now, the Vader 5S brings that high-end custom feel from FlyDigi, plus a Pro PC controller feel, now all to the Xbox console. And as a huge Xbox console and video games fan, seeing all the exciting changes happening at Xbox under its new CEO, this could be a great time to check out the FlyDigi Vader 5S and dive into this amazing Xbox ecosystem. But enough of what I think. What about you? Is the FlyDigi Vader 5S Xbox wired gaming controller something you'd be interested in? Comment below your thoughts on the features and thoughts on Xbox as a whole. And while you're down there, click the link in the description if you're interested in supporting the channel by purchasing your very own controller. And shout out to FlyDigi for sponsoring today's video. Microphone check. Microphone check. Check 2 1 2. What you're gonna do when we're back to talk some Morgana with you, Bars. All right, thanks for the clutches. Clutch count 5. But yeah, shout out to FlyDigi. Thanks for sponsoring for the month of May. This is the last week we use FlyDigi, and then I'll bring out our new sponsor for you guys. But anyway, we got to talk about this. And again, going back to people using the article about WB wanting to connect the sequel to the HBO series, the Harry Potter HBO series. I've thrown out there numerous ways they could do that without changing the timeline, which I know Avalanche Software does not want to do. And this announcement could possibly be another way to do that. I've thrown out there Ancient Magic, Dumbledore, Nicholas Flamel, all will be featured in the first season of the HBO series that could be featured in the sequel. I think we need to add Morgan Le Fay to this as well. Exclusive! Zoe Calhoun to portray Morgan Le Fay in HBO's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I've got Morgana again, and I've got about 6 of her. If you guys remember that quote, But anyway, more details from Wizarding World Direct. But here's the actress here, and this is her image from the Chocolate Frog cards. All right. So Morgana being casted in the HBO series has my ears perked, obviously, as a huge Merlin conspiracy theorist fan, but also as a fan of Hogwarts Legacy. Because I'm like, okay, interesting. First question. Will this be a prominent role? Will this be a speaking role, or will this just be a portrait and she's looking awesome as a portrait, right? Or if it's a speaking role, what is she talking about? We know the series, if you watch the Finding Harry Potter documentary or behind the scenes video, watched with Hillary. Shout out to Hillary in the chat over on Twitch, and Jay and Sasha. They talked about the history of Hogwarts and the history of magic a lot, and how nature kind of plays into Hogwarts itself and magic in general. And if you guys don't realize, if you guys don't know, that's right up Merlin and Morgana's, and that's kind of their MO. Nature being their big thing back in the day, and obviously ancient magic and all these other aspects of it for sure. And so nature and magic kind of playing a role together, Morgana now being added on top of Isadora Morganach, with Isadora being a pivotal character in the first game, her last name being Morganach of Morgana. Obviously, I get a lot of stuff turning. Like, I'm just like, how could this connect? What's the big deal? So first, let me preface, this is speculation. Also, let me preface, we don't know how big of a role this can be. She just could be a moving portrait and not say anything. She could also say something. And that's where my theory kind of comes in a little bit. Put in AI design for t-shirt in the Discord. Now what? Okay. I'll check it out. Seems like they wouldn't cast a whole actress just for a chocolate frog card or portrait. That's my theory. It doesn't feel like just a throwaway casting, in my opinion. Especially if this is announced. She might have been a descendant who might be of Merlin. My guess is a quick non-speaking role. Naylene, that makes the most sense. And I would not be surprised. I would actually put more money on that than her having a speaking role. But did we have a portrait of Morgana in the movies? Right. I can't type. So there was no Morgana in the movies, according to the AI overview. In the films and books, she exists purely as historical lore and is famous for being featured on the Chocolate Frog. Now, she could be just a chocolate frog also. But what fun is that? And so it would only be chocolate frogs. So now Where do we go with this? Because, like, would Merlin allow a portrait of Morgana? And this is where it can get fun because, especially knowing Isadora, especially knowing, I hate these. Skip. Especially Merlin knowing Morgana, especially what we know now of Isadora. I think if they lean into Morgana just for a little bit, you have to bring back Isadora. If the series leans into Morgana just a little bit, especially Morgana and Merlin, you have to bring back Isadora in the sequel. You have to, in some way, shape, or form. You have to. You have to. In my opinion. And that's already, especially with the portrait thing, because I was going to talk about that with, like, the quote-unquote missing portrait, or the portrait was damaged, but it looked like by accident, but it looked like it was on purpose. You have to bring back Isadora in the sequel. And if she comes back, oh my gosh, I forgot about ads. If she comes back, I think someone's going to tell a story of the ancient wizards. If she comes back, then this could also play into the Merlin theory. Because also, if Morgana is a thing, she could talk about Isadora. And boom, there's your connection right there between the series and the sequel. She can mention Isadora. I don't know how she would know her, but she could mention Isadora. Like, there's so many ways they could do it. You can have Harry ask about her. You can read, and maybe there's something in the restricted session we were reading. Like, there's so many stuff you can play with. And not just a chocolate frog or a portrait. A freaking pensive, bro. Especially later on in the series. Because we're not just going to be getting Harry's point of view. We're going to be getting different POVs. We're already getting Draco's. That's already confirmed. Hey, Polly Crystal, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Be sure to share your Hogwarts house and Patronus in the chat. Happy Wizarding Wednesday. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. But we're going to be getting different POVs. And I already think Dumbledore is going to be a big way to connect the sequel to the show anyway. So we're going to get a POV of Draco at Malfoy Manor before he goes to school. That's confirmed. I think we're going to get a POV of Hermione getting ready to go to school. It's not just going to be from Harry's POV, which we got in the books. And so if that's the case, bro, do you know how many memory vials are in the headmaster's office? In the original, the very first pensive, the oldest thing, the pensive that's in the headmaster's office, that's older than Hogwarts itself. What happens if this actress appears in a freaking memory, bro? What happens if she appears in a freaking memory? Now again, it could just be a chocolate frog card. Non-speaking role. And that's it. I'm saying, bro, the series is trying to change things in regards to the narrative when it comes to magic. They're going a lot more practical effects. They're connecting nature to magic a lot, especially with Hogwarts. And that's Morgana and Merlin to a T. If you read up on anything when it comes to these characters, Wizarding World lore and outside of Wizarding World lore, nature plays a huge role with these characters. And the fact that they announced her, there's a very good possibility if not a 5% possibility, they could use her and Merlin and play around with the narrative, especially if they go off of my theory, which a lot of people enjoyed the Keeper's Trials. Why not give us a Founder's Trials? Why not give us a Merlin and Morgana Trials? Especially if morality is at play. So we go back even further than the Keepers to the Founders and Merlin if you want to go to Lightweight, or the Founders and Morgana if you want to go Dark Witch or Wizard. Like, everybody liked the trials. I think a Founder's Trial, a Merlin trial, not the puzzles, like the one they set up, would make so much sense. And would be a great way to connect Merlin and Morgana, which is something I want to see, but also allows us to learn ancient magic even more from some of the best who's ever done it. The cats who created Hogwarts, the cats who studied under the Founders, which Merlin did, studied under Salazar Slytherin. And finding out why Morgana was so formidable, and possibly finding out why Isadora has that last name Morganach. Possibly continuing a battle of good and evil that maybe goes as far back as the Founders, or at least as far back as Merlin and Morgana. We saw it with the Keepers and Isadora, and how she kind of wrecked everything. And Isadora still had a huge presence with Ranrock and even Seb. Maybe that origin is with this character, Morgana and Merlin. And again, if we get morality, you get to choose? Bro, come on, bro. Like, it's just too easy. It's too easy of a layup. It's too easy of a layup. We're learning about the history. It's all about, especially with Alan Two said, with Hogwarts being the black hole, the center of everything, this thing that they keep coming back to. Because we're still students, so we have to come back to Hogwarts. So why not learn more about the people who helped make Hogwarts? Who had such an impact on Hogwarts? The people who affected the terminology in the wizarding world. Merlin's beard. Like, why not? They all could do ancient magic. How else are we going to learn more about ancient magic outside of the Keepers? Percival Rackham, honestly, is the only one who could teach us. So why not have Merlin, Morgana, if you want to go bad, the Founders, if you chose Hufflepuff, have my girl Helga teach you. If you chose Ravenclaw, have, Rowena. So forth and so on. Salazar, Godric, and then in the third one, we go back to the original person. Before the Founders. The original person who that stinking pensive in the headmaster's office that was half buried according to lore, or according to myth, or according to legend, that was half buried on the location where the Founders decided to build Hogwarts. There's your Hogwarts Legacy right there. And this character, Morgana and Merlin, could play a huge part. Should, in my opinion. I wouldn't even say could, because obviously we don't know, but I think should play a huge part in that part, in my opinion. So, that's my theory. That's my pitch. I already got my time checked. Thank you. 5 minutes out. Yeah. Maybe they're going to drip feed all the chocolate frog cards one by one. Sturdy. Also, if that's the case, I hope we get new chocolate frogs. Oh, I forgot to buy chocolate frogs for the stream today. I owe you guys extra chocolate frogs Friday. What if the only people that can see and use ancient magic are descendants of Merlin or Morgana? I've been saying this for a minute. Percival even looks like it. We have been saying since before the reveal, there has to be a connection. It can't be random. It has to be a bloodline thing. Percival looks like Merlin. I thought it was Merlin based off of just the stuff we saw. Percival looks like Merlin. Isadora has the last name Morgana. Guess who fought each other and were the only two people outside of us that started late as a 5th year and could use ancient magic? Percival Rackham, who looks like Merlin, and Isadora Morganot, who looks like, I'll say even looks like Morgana. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Don't feed Jay. This is what we do. This is what we do. We connect the dots. Oh, man, I get flashbacks to the old Morgana and Merlin stuff. This is why Chandler called me the Merlin conspiracy theorist during the gameplay showcase. Oh my gosh. Isadora in disguise. Isadora, or Morgana, and her essence, her life essence. Percival's a guy. Isadora's a girl. Both can use ancient magic just like Merlin and Morgana. Rivals. Like, it's right there. It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Because they have to use the pensive mechanic. Everybody liked the pensive mechanic. Everybody liked it. And so I think we're related. I think we're related in some way, shape, or form. Or we're related, all of us were chosen in some way, shape, or form, going back to the original person where the pensive belongs to. I was half buried. The pensive that's in the headmaster's office. Maybe all of us originated there. Because okay. I'm going to text you. Like, I'm going to go 10 minutes over. I'm supposed to be leaving in 5 minutes. I'm going to go 10 minutes over. Rowena Ravenclaw. All of this I'm saying, by the way, don't take my word for it. Just look up the pensive in the headmaster's office history. Look up Merlin and Morgana in the Harry Potter wiki. Don't just take my word for it. If you guys are new, if you guys who've been here, you know I did my research. But anyway, the game is called Hogwarts Legacy. And they talk about the people who's come before. Even in the marketing, the reveal trailer. The hallowed halls, the corridors, all whisper of the people who came before you. That was a quote from the reveal trailer. And so it makes sense for us to go back and learn the responsibility of ancient magic from the keepers, right? Now we need to go back and get better with ancient magic and understand the potential of it. The first game was based out of fear of the Wizarding World being revealed to the Wizarding World. The second game needs to be based out of how powerful can we become. And then the third game needs to be us utilizing both our knowledge of ancient magic and its effect in the Wizarding World and the power of ancient magic and its potential. And that needs to culminate in the third game. So the second one, sequel, we need to up our power level big time. And then what better way to do that is to learn from the people that made the freaking castle where ancient magic is a stronghold at. What better people to learn it from than the founders? Thus, Founders Trials. Thus, Merlin Trials. Because Merlin can use ancient magic because he learned it from Salazar Slytherin. Now, ancient magic also plays a role because I think my theory, based off of the legend of Rowena having a dream of a hog taking her to the location where they built Hogwarts, I think that's also ancient magic. I think that's also a form or a whisper of ancient magic appearing to Rowena in a dream, sending her to that location where Hogwarts is built, a location that has the half-buried pensive, a pensive that normally belongs to a powerful witch or wizard, according to Harry Potter Wiki or Harry Potter Pottermore. Again, don't take my word for it. Look it up. We've been talking about this for over 3-4 years. And so if we go all the way back to that, all the way back possibly to the first memory vial, especially the third one, bro, who was it that called to Rowena to bring her and the founders there to build Hogwarts? Hogwarts as a stronghold of ancient magic. A location that is stronghold of ancient magic. That could have ley lines. The original, the first person possibly to have ancient magic in that region. Come on, bro. It's right there. It's right there. I put a spell on you. Didn't Lily also save Harry by ancient magic? Yeah, by accident. By accident. She didn't do it on purpose. She was just trying to save her son. By accident. The only ones we know who could use ancient magic on purpose, to the extent that we've seen in the game, our character, Isidora Morganach, aka Morgana, Percival Rackham, aka Merlin, Morgana, the 4 founders. That's all we know. Outside of possibly the crazy scary dark wizards like a Krizdis and all those other guys. Lily used it by accident. Dumbledore, going off of the ancient magic Lily used, sent Harry to the Dursleys because of the blood of Lily and her family, because of his understanding, which he could have learned from our character, because he starts Hogwarts in 1892, which would be our 7th year. Bro, let me write this thing, bro. Let me write this thing. It just makes too much sense, bro. One of my gosh, bro. But anyway, my outside of Merlin, my two biggest questions I have are, what's on the other side of the veil, and who did the Hogwarts pensive belong to? Those are my two biggest questions. And obviously, where's Merlin? But like, what's on the other side of the veil? And who did that pensive belong to? So, anyway. It's love. Yeah, it is love. It is love. It is love, which is the most powerful magic of all. But again, Lily wasn't that proficient in magic like that. I don't even know if she would identify it if she was alive. Granted, she had to sacrifice herself, so she wouldn't have been able to identify it anyway. I don't think she was that proficient where she would be able to understand what she tapped into. The only ones that knew what it was Dumbledore and Voldemort. And both of them at least understand ancient magic. But there's a difference between knowing it and being able to manipulate it, control it, and even see it. Which is what our character can do. Which is what Percival Rackham can do. Which is what Morgana can do. which is what Isadora Morganot could do, which is what Merlin could do, which is what the founders could do, because they made a stinking castle that is a stronghold of ancient magic. So yes, they could use and manipulate ancient magic. Bro. I love the Wizarding World. It's just so much lore they could play with. Anyway. Avalanche Software is watching your streams, right? So maybe they're not listening to me. They might listen to me. No, they're not listening to me. But they honestly, they watch our streams. They watch the videos. It's not just us. They watch anybody who posts stuff. When I had the fortune, the opportunity to talk to some of the devs and even some of the workers at the launch event, pre-launch event, whatever, they all say they watch stuff. So they always say, I watch your video. Said the same thing to Retro, Lynette, Ben. They watch all our stuff. So they even have us playing in the background sometimes. So yeah. So that's a great question. So any witch or wizard can use ancient magic by accident? Possibly. Possibly. If we're going off of Lily. Possibly. If the love is that strong. Yeah. It looks like it. 30 months, Patronus Squad, Micah. I'm sorry. I was on a rant. Thank you. 30 months. Let me do it proper. 30 months, Patronus Squad, OG member, Micah in the chat over on Twitch. Thank you, Micah. 30 months, man. In this economy? Thank you. I really appreciate it. I upgraded my camera because of because of Patronus Squad. The streams look better, and added more lights and stuff in the back, and just trying to hook up the stuff and everything, all thanks to Patronus Squad. So thank you guys. Unless Lily's a Merlin, a descendant of Merlin. Metatron, you know it's deeper than that. It's not just using ancient magic. Love is the catalyst. Exactly. You have to be a special type of witch or wizard to be able to see, manipulate, and control which was ancient magic. So, and Hillary's on a 10 stream streak. Let's go. But anyway, we got to get out of here. I got to go celebrate my anniversary. Oh, you guys are pirouettes. How we doing on the like counter over on YouTube? Hey, we got 119 likes. Let's go. And I owe you guys a chocolate frog Friday, because we will be back Friday for the Summer Game Fest event, co-streaming it as official co-streamers, starting day 2 of our Hogwarts Legacy 2 trailer watch. So be sure, 4 p.m. same time as today, same time as yesterday. We'll be back 4 p.m. starting an hour early, getting in our theories, getting all our anxiety and stuff out before. So we'll be there. Yeah, we'll raid Mario and friggin' Nerds for sure. So let's do a pirouette, then we get you guys out of here, and I'll let you guys know. I will send Sue your well wishes in regards to our anniversary, which again, thank you, appreciate it. So let's do it. Round of applause, yo's in the chat. Thank you for the likes. You guys have been crushing it. The hype is real. And again, I'm your conductor. All right. Here we go. Going for 2 again. 2. Going for 2 pirouettes. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's like 1.5. Let's go. Let's go. Ba, 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 ba. Hey. Let's go. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the likes. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate it. It really helps. There's a new hype feature too, apparently, where you can like hype a video or stream or whatever on YouTube. I don't know if there's an equivalent on Twitch. So just bring all the sound alerts on Twitch. Bonus points for difficulty. Solid 9.9. Dang, Stargazer. I got 100 out of 10 though from Samantha, so I'll take it. And a 10 out of 10 from Micah, who's one of the harshest critics when it comes to my pirouettes. So well done, Sue and Jays. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Great show, James. Thanks everyone. Alan, thank you for joining. And again, it is not lost on us that so many of you guys take 2 hours out of your busy day to hang out with us and our community and talk all things Wizarding World and then Hogwarts Legacy. So we thank you. Time is precious, and the fact that you guys choose to spend it with us, we're always humbled, we're always appreciative, and we're always just so honored to have a platform where people decide to listen to me ramble about theories and excitement for things that we love and care about, like the Wizarding World. So thank you guys. We will be back again. I owe you guys chocolate frogs Friday, but we'll be back Friday 4 p.m. for day 2 of the Hogwarts Legacy 2 trailer watch. So if we don't get it at Summer Games Fest, we're going to be struggling. We got to find it at a couple of other stuff, which we'll also be co-streaming then. But either way, it's going to be a fun time. Great games either way coming out, even if we don't get Hogwarts Legacy 2. And I'm excited to see it. I'm hoping for Final Fantasy Remake 3 or something. That's like the big one I'm hoping for. I know I'm going to get Fable Sunday. And hopefully Clockwork Revolution Sunday. So, yeah. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, anyway. Love you guys. Spread Lumos wherever you are in the world, because you never know who needs it. Have a great rest of your Wednesday or Thursday. We will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Ryan Little.
Japan.
Bye.
Ryan Little.
Japan.